Alright, so here we have a active transport past paper. Um, we'll just get right into it. So we have first question: active transport is the movement of a molecules from a region of high concentration to a region of low concentration. Nope, that is diffusion. Particles from a region of lower concentration to a region of high concentration using energy from respiration. This is the perfect answer. Urine, no water through that's osmosis. So first answer would be B. 2. The diagram shows an experiment to demonstrate the movement of molecules. Okay, so um so we have a red ink solution in here, and we have a funnel and a beaker of water. So there can actually be two answers for this. Many people have argued, but it is obvious that there's basically high concentration out here, and I mean high concentration in here and low concentration out here. So it's obvious that the red ink will move outside, and most people would say it is osmosis, and it actually isn't osmosis, because osmosis is movement from a high concentration to a low concentration through a partially permeable membrane. But in this case, it says there is a permeable membrane, so you want to always read the question. And this would be A. Molecules of red ink would move through the membrane by diffusion. Why through the membrane? Because it says the beaker turn red after 1 hour. Why does oxygen diffuse into the blood from an alveolus in the lungs? So basically, oxygen concentration in alveolus is greater than in the blood. So this one is wrong. Oxygen. This one is right. Or blood. Nope. Alveolus is greater than the blood. So this one would be B. Next question. Diagram shows water and sugar molecules on either side of a partial permeable membrane. And alright, so basically there's high concentration here, low concentration here, and there's a partial permeable membrane, which means osmosis will occur. Osmosis occurs from a region of high concentration to a region of low concentration. So more molecules will pass from Y to X than from X to Y, and more water molecules, because these sugar molecules can't pass the partial permeable membrane as they are too big. So it will be answer D. Right, next, question 5. We have a jar of air was placed upside down down on top of a jar containing a brown gas as shown. Which process has taken place? Diffusion has taken place both upwards and downwards, as diffusion moves in a random direction. Next, we have which statement describes how young plants are supported. Basically, young plants, this isn't plant nutrition, we still haven't taken it, but basically pressure of water in the cell pushes outwards on the cell wall, causing it to stand up. So this would be B. Next question, C. This one is definitely C, because the diagram shows a test tube containing clear jelly. A drop of blue ink is injected into the middle of the jelly, and the blue color of the ink spreads throughout the jelly, and the blue ink spreads to the jelly, which shows that it is diffusion. Can't be osmosis because this is jelly. Alright, next one. This will be C. As you can see, water has gone in and then it squished out, and then here it has completely gone. Diagram shows a fish in a pond. Why does oxygen diffuse from the air into the water before reaching the fish? Oxygen diffuses into air because it's more concentrated in air than water. So this would be A. We still haven't taken this, but which structure provides the best service for diffusion? This would be the ileum, because it has, air. But we still don't need to know about this, so don't worry about that. 11. So the diagram shows a plant cell. What is the appearance of the cell after it had been placed in pure water for 30 minutes? Plant cells have a cell wall, but they also have a cell membrane protecting it, so plant cells won't actually become flaccid or turgid or anything. So this would be A. Next, we have a student cuts out 4 pieces of carrots of equal size. The pieces are treated as shown in the diagram, and they'll live for 2 hours. After 2 hours, which piece of the carrots will be smallest? The piece of the carrot that will be smallest. So let's see. Sugar solution. It will be none of the sugar solutions. Water. Osmosis won't occur here because this is a boiled carrot. So boiled carrots have already gone through the process of osmosis, and the cell membrane, the cell wall has already been plasmalized. So no reaction will occur here. So I'll have to go with So none of the boiled ones, so none of these. And we have C and D here. So this is where we might consider the sugar solution. Because the fresh carrot, is seen right here, has a high concentration. So 2 pieces of carrots of equal size, this answer will be C. Alright, next on to the next question. The diagram shows how a cell appears under the microscope at the start of an experiment and after it has been placed in a dilute solution of salts for 5 minutes. Which statement explains what happened? Alright, so which one explains what happened? As you can see here, perfectly fine, and here it just looks like a little bit puffed up. So what happened here? Water entered and caused it to puffed up. So basically it's C again. The diagram represents the molecules in 2 solutions outside of a fully permeable membrane. That means osmosis. Won't. This is diffusion right here because osmosis is only partially permeable membrane. So basically solute molecules. So since there is a high concentration here and a low concentration here, salt molecules will move from right to left. Alright, so it's not the first. So it's C or D. And then there's more here, so left to right. So this would be C again. Question 15. We're going to be doing to question 30. Question 15. How do carbon dioxide and oxygen move in and out of a mesophyll cell? So basically, active transport, nope, that uses ATP. Respiration, nope, that takes in oxygen. And transpiration, nope, so it will be diffusion. Next question is, during osmosis, which molecules move and through which type of membrane? Alright, so during osmosis, molecules that are moving are water, so it's not the first two, and they move through a partial permeable membrane. So this is C. Question 17. Which process in human does not use energy released from respiration? So we still haven't taken this, but cell division that uses it. Protein synthesis says we use protein. Muscle contraction uses energy. So it's diffusion of oxygen, which is B. Which statement are correct for both diffusion and osmosis? Diffusion involves water movement of water only. That is incorrect. So that will be for osmosis only. And requires energy from the cell. Incorrect. Molecules move. Okay, so it's C. Next question. The diagram shows a plant shoot and the same shoot 6 hours later. Which change in environmental condition could have caused this change in the shoot? Basically here it's full of water, and the decrease in available water causing it to fall down would be available water, because light would make sense. Wind speed would just blow it away. Humidity, that is in plant nutrition, so it's not humidity, it's water. Alright, next we have, okay, diagram shows, this one tends to come up in exams a lot. So diagram shows an experiment set up to investigate osmosis in living cells. What happens to the volumes of water X and sugar solution Y after 12 hours? So the volume of water X moves from a region of concentration from high to low. So this will move out, and the volume of it will basically decrease as it goes into the potato and out. And the volume of sugar solution will basically go in and start filling this up. So it will increase, which causes the answer to be no. Ignore what I just said. So basically, the volume of water here will remain the same, as osmosis will move through a partially permeable membrane, but here there is no partially permeable membrane, so volume of water remains the same. So we already know what the answer is. It's D. But the concentrated sugar solution will decrease as it moves in, so it will be D. 21, the diagram shows apparatus which can be used to demonstrate osmosis. After 1 hour, what would happen to the liquid levels in the gas tubes? So, okay, so level in tube 1, okay, this would definitely rise up, and the level in tube 2, this would definitely fall. So this would be C. By which process does oxygen pass out? Leaf, diffusion. Which characters are correct for both osmosis and diffusion? So both osmosis and diffusion requires a partial permeable membrane. Okay. Requires a concentration gradient, and our enemy can. So this would be B. Energy consuming process. Question 24. 1 second. All right. So here we have. Okay, so question, how does oxygen move from the alveoli into the blood? We already saw this question up top, which is diffusion. Which process occurs in osmosis, that would be a plant roots absorbing water from the soil because water, mineral ions, nope, fatty acids, nope, small nope, osmosis only occurs in water. Red blood cells or were placed into either solution. Movement of water causes cell membrane, causes changes in the primers, which described this movement. So, direction of the movement, yes, it will go in because it's dilute. From high to low, yep, and from low to high, no. So it will be A for this one. Okay, this diagram shows us what type of cell does this diagram show? It shows a plant cell in a concentration solution of salts. Okay. Two identical cylinders, 40 millimeter long, cut from a potato. One is placed in water and the other is placed in concentrated sugar solution. What are the lengths of cylinders after 2 hours? So 40 millimeters is cut from a potato and one placed in water. Okay. So this will obviously go up, the one placed in water. So it would be this one, and this will go down. So this would be D. The diagram shows the movement of concentrated sugar solution up a glass tube. The glass tube is connected firmly to a hollowed out carrot. Why does the sugar solution in the glass tube rise? So we have the glass tube right here, and the sugar solution rise. Why did it rise? Because water molecules basically move through the carrot tissue and into the glass tube. That's why the tube rises after 2 hours, and that would be C. And for our last question, a plant absorbs water and oxygen into its roots. How are these substances absorbed? Well, we already said that plants absorb water by osmosis and oxygen for diffusion, and that will be B. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and stay tuned for the next video.